signs you do not miss your ex, but you are addicted. Now, our brains are very good at hiding what is really going on by dressing it in something else. We can be highly chemically attached or addicted to an ex, and your brain will wrap that present up in wrapping paper that says you miss them. Isn't necessarily true. Keeps us attached for longer, because the more you believe that actually the reason you think of them every day and you don't feel you can fully let go, and you're riddled with what if thought, and the overthinking doesn't leave you alone, and you still feel emotional, is because you miss this person, which then makes you feel that these thoughts are valid. When actually there is something chemical going on here that once you break that, the domino effect is you don't think of this person and you feel completely free. And I will be running a masterclass on this very, very soon. On the 6th of May, I'm running the TraumaBond Detachment Masterclass, which is where we identify if you are chemically attached, what you are currently doing and why that isn't working, and taking you through the framework that does allow you to be detached. So click the link in bio if you would like to join. Number 1, you do not miss specifics about this person per se. You miss the relief of them coming back, the relief of knowing they still think about you or that they care. You know it wasn't healthy. Logically, you are so very aware this wasn't healthy. But emotionally, you still crave a level of validation or relief that you feel only this person can give. But if I said, what do you miss about how this person treated you? You come up short. If I said, what do you miss about this person specifically? There isn't a huge answer. You feel unsettled and anxious. That isn't missing somebody. That's being unsettled and anxious, and your brain dressing that up as missing the person. Actually, when a chemical detachment process needs to happen, and when a chemical attachment is at play, that is because your brain wants the chemical high. It could get that from any human that you were in an unhealthy dynamic with, but it just knows that you get it from this one. They're the most recent. This isn't missing somebody, this is anxiety. And the reason my framework is so different is because we don't just deal with anxiety emotionally, we deal with anxiety chemically within that framework. Why is your brain chemically producing anxiety for a dynamic that was so unhealthy for you? Well, that's because different parts of your brain are currently unbalanced. And so parts of the brain that should be doing certain jobs can't because of that chemical attachment, and we need to change that. Number 2, your brain works in waves. It isn't steady, it's overwhelming. 1 minute you feel you can focus on the reality, and when you can, you feel strong. The next is a tornado of emotions that you don't know how you're going to get yourself out of. You start to crave them, crave what they think about you, whether they miss you, hear from them, look at their pictures. It is overwhelming need to speak to them, ask questions, have one more chat. And if you can funnel your way through that, then you feel okay again for a while until the next tornado tsunami of emotions and cravings hit. This isn't missing someone. This isn't a wave of missing someone. This is a brain that is trying to detox and doesn't have the tools or the know-how or the framework to do so. So it buries the craving, but that's a bit like holding a beach ball under the water. All the time you've got both hands on it and you can hold it there, you're going to be fine. But as soon as your brain lets a hand go, or you do, it's going to come up and hit you in the face, which is when you get the waves. Now, what I always say to clients is, when you are effectively chemically detaching, you effectively let go of the beach ball. Because when a craving comes up at the beginning, only a couple will kind of largely happen once you start to deal with the process effectively. But when they happen at the beginning, you've then got the right tools to see yourself through it, to recalibrate, to regulate, to focus on the facts, to ignite parts of the brain that are going to help you through this, that these chemical withdrawals are trying to dampen. You're suddenly dealing with the back end work. You're not just mopping up the leak on the floor, you're fixing the hole in the roof, which eventually no more water can leak, no more tornadoes, no more tsunamis. But it's a huge sign you're not missing this person. Your brain is missing a chemical hit, which is withdrawal. Number 3, you know deep down that if you gave in to the missing them and you ended up in this relationship again, that the pattern would be the same. You know nothing would change. Deep down, your gut feeling tells you that. But yet you feel you want them anyway, which feels confusing. Why do I miss someone that hurts me? Well, that's just the thing you don't. The fact that your gut feeling tells you this pattern would continue and you wouldn't be happy, that's not missing someone. That's being chemically attached to a dynamic and it being familiar, so therefore your brain wanting it. Your brain is searching for a hit. It's not missing someone. It's looking for a quick dopamine hit. It's looking for a quick hit of validation. It's looking for a quick hit of familiarity, comfort, even if it's so unhealthy. Missing someone doesn't look like that. Missing someone is knowing that it would be wonderful, knowing that because the relationship was consistent. You had intensity, not consistency. Your brain misses the intensity it doesn't miss anything healthy. Because when is intensity ever healthy in relationships? Good or bad? Now, what I want all of you to know is it is possible to move from A to Z. It's so possible to heal. It's so possible to break all of these chemical attachments, learn the tools, recalibrate the brain so your brain is working for you and not against you.